I overheard my fiancé secretly planning to marry me, then divorce me for half my assets, and run back to her ex. So, I exposed her in front of everyone, and her plans crumbled. I thought I had it all figured out. I'm 29, with a growing business, a house, and what I believed was the perfect relationship with my fiancé, 27. We were supposed to get married in just a couple of weeks. Looking back, the red flags were everywhere. She'd constantly mention her rich ex, always ending with, "But I left him because he wasn't real like you." I ate it up. Her entitlement grew. She tried to get me to fire a loyal older employee for not fitting our image, and charged a girls' night to my business card, calling it a networking expense. She even mocked my hobbies, like woodworking, pushing for fancy events instead. I thought it was normal relationship friction. I was a fool. 3 weeks before the wedding, I got home early and heard her on the phone in the bedroom. Her tone was smug. "It's all falling into place," she bragged. "Once we combine finances, I'll file for divorce. He won't know what hit him. I'll be back with you soon. No more distant, babe." She laughed about how clueless I was, calling me a boring stepping stone to get half of everything I'd built. I stood there, frozen, listening to her lay out her entire plan with her ex. When she hung up, I left without a word and went to a friend's place. By morning, I had a plan. I called my lawyer and immediately locked down all my assets. The house and business were solely in my name, but I secured every account. Then, I bought a small voice recorder. Just as I suspected, she couldn't keep her mouth shut. Over the next week, I recorded multiple conversations of her gloating to friends. "He's such a pushover," she said in one recording. "By the time he realizes what's happening, I'll have what I want." All the while, I played the part of the devoted fiancé, even agreeing to her ridiculous wedding demands to keep her from getting suspicious. On our wedding day, I asked her to meet me at the venue early for last-minute details. She showed up in her dress, beaming like she'd already won. But instead of a wedding, she walked into a room with her parents, my family, and our closest friends. "This isn't a wedding," I said, standing at the front. "It's an intervention." She tried to laugh it off, but I just played the recording. The room went silent as her voice filled the space, detailing her plan to ruin me and run back to her ex. Her parents looked mortified. She started crying, claiming she was just venting, but I shut her down. "I have hours of recordings," I told her. Her act switched to rage, screaming that I was humiliating her. When she had the audacity to say I owed her, I just laughed. Venue staff had to escort her out. The fallout was pathetic. She tried to make me pay for the canceled wedding, then told mutual friends I was paranoid, but I had already shared the proof with everyone who mattered. She showed up at my house demanding I let her in, and even tried to take my dog, claiming they had a special bond. I showed her the adoption papers in my name and threatened to call the police. That was the last I saw of her. A few months later, life is good. My business is thriving, and I've learned to trust my gut. She thought she was playing me for a fool, but in the end, she only played herself, and now she's left with nothing but the mess she created.